Pisces, it's time to start practicing that acceptance speech. I'm serious. I know somebody has already tried to decide who you are and has really convinced you of that. Somebody has made you feel like you're ugly, like you are worthless, like you are gross, that you are immoral, that you are bad, that you are wrong. And let me just tell you right now that it's them who are wrong. It's them who are wrong, and they're going to see just how wrong they were. So I was channeling and I pulled cards and I was listening to some music, and the music really started to speak to me. Like some songs, it would be, no, this isn't for you, just use the music for inspiration. And the other one would be like, okay, this is a message for your Pisces. Okay, so, but first let me show you the cards. We have Volte Fascium, which is the despicable face. And so that's why I say that you are feeling self-conscious about your physique, about your appearance, maybe even specifically about your face. But you're seeing yourself with distortion. When you look at yourself, you're not seeing what other people see. You're not seeing your true self. And I'm not just like pulling this out my ass. This is really what Spirit said, that you are somebody who people really do find very attractive, very magnetic. And it's time to really look in the mirror and find what is beautiful about you. And I know it's easier said than done. But this, so look at how she's looking. She's looking at this, and she almost is like, she's just so dissatisfied with what she looks like, because this is her appearance and this is her, right? This is like the mirror. And then, but we have the Eight of Cups, and he is like, he's in this shadow side, right? But he's walking away from something, but he's got his head held high. He's not ashamed anymore. So that's what's coming to you. We also have remembrance. So it's all about these memories. It's all about somebody or people in general who have drilled this idea of who you are in your head. And you were a child. You didn't know any better. It's not your fault that you took this on. And once you got older and people kept doing this to you, you were already conditioned for this. So it's still not your fault that you took this on. However, Spirit is saying that it is your responsibility to leave it behind, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be a difficult thing. I've been talking about this, and I've been trying to practice this as well, this idea of just surrendering and giving it up to the universe, and allowing it just to not be yours anymore. And there's a really great technique that Yair Sagi came out with today on YouTube that I mean, it just really was, it just shifted me a lot. 333 on the clock. So you might be collaborating with somebody right now. You might be wishing to collaborate. You might be wishing for a relationship. I'm really getting that really, really loudly for a lot of you, that you're either wishing for a relationship or you're thinking about a relationship. I think, so yeah. A lot of you are thinking about a relationship that happened in the past. And I did write about this, so let me look what I wrote here. Right, okay, so this person sees that you are glowing up, really, because I feel like probably you do know this. You probably do know that something is shifting. Something, maybe doesn't even feel better yet, but it's like you definitely feel like it's on the way there. And other people do notice this. And so you're attracting back these people that left you behind in your past and left you like this, you know? And they're coming back and they're trying to get forgiveness now. And you are asked to remember that forgiveness does not mean that you are abandoning your boundaries. That is a really common misconception that's been going around, That's not what forgiveness means. Forgiveness is for you. And you can give it to them if you want, but it's really for you. It's about surrendering that. It's about letting it go and letting it no longer affect you. And so you can give it to them or you can't. Spirit is saying, in order to align to the success that I'm going to talk about in a second, that is coming to you, regardless, it is coming to you, that you are suggested to forgive. Again, that does not mean you need to remove your boundaries, because they're there for a reason. And if somebody hurt you and somebody made you feel this way about yourself, they don't need to be given another chance to do it again. But that doesn't mean you can't go into your heart space and say, okay, well, I release you from this, and I do so I can release myself, right? You're releasing both yourself and the other person. You don't have to do that. That's just what's suggested, because that's what's going to align your energy to this, to a really, oh my God, I can't even tell you, I started crying when I was channeling. Like, this was so intense, so intense. Let's see if I missed anything here. Yeah, there have been mistakes. Oh, okay. So you are asked about this, and just hanging with me. There are mistakes. So this person, or these people, they made serious mistakes. And this is not to blame you for anything. This is just to say that you and I both have made mistakes in our past that we wish we could be redeemed for now. So you're asked to see it through that lens, that you know that you've done things to hurt people, and that's life. Life is suffering. That came out in another reading, and you can watch that. It's in Aries. It's in two horoscopes after you, two zodiac signs after you. I can't think of it right now. That's to say that there is this success on the way. There is a huge success on the way. Some of you are very strong intuitives. So that's what oh God, I just got a shiver. Some of you are like, yep. And others of you are like, I don't know what you're talking about. You will. You will, because a lot of you actually are very strong intuitives. There's a few of you that are future spiritual teachers and leaders. Spiritual leaders, like, people will know of you. And that's what, oh my God, I got chills again. That's what like made me like get emotional while I was channeling this, because you are a big deal. Like, in the spiritual world, you are a big deal, because spirits, like, they already know who you are. They already know what you're going to do. This is your destiny. It's just about when, right? And if you can align to that forgiveness that we were talking about, that's why they want you to do that, because it will help you get one step closer to that, because you are needed. You are very needed to help the collective, because you're going to be, this is what I got, guiding souls out of the shadows. That's what I heard. You're going to guide souls out of the shadows. People are going to be looking up for you. They're going to be coming to you for guidance, and they're going to want to model themselves after you. And I know for some of you, you just really don't believe me, but literally, this is the truth. And I feel like some of you are very young, and you haven't even started university yet, or maybe you just didn't go to university, but you are being asked to reconsider this, because some of you, if you're not a future spiritual leader, I don't even want to say it like that, because even if you're one of the following things that I'm going to mention, you still will be a spiritual leader, because you're still spiritually transforming the collective, right? Because some of you are going to be going to Juilliard, going to be going to Harvard, I don't know where this comes in, but forensics is what I heard. Some of you are going to be very successful actors. My handwriting is so freaking messy. I do not know what I put there. Oh, some of you are going to be on reality shows. I'm hearing somebody's going to be on that reality show where you're like a sailor and you're in the boat. I don't know. But yes. And as for those who are going into the spiritual path, you are primed, your energy is primed to be an Akashic Records or Akashic healer, to go into the Akashic Records. Literally, if you did a meditation today, you could go into the Akashic Records easy. Like it would just happen for you because that you are aligned to that. Um, so some of the last things I heard was you're going to sail into the sunlight. So you are right now you're in a shadow and you're very much living that shadow. But you won't be. I mean, everybody will always have shadows, but you will not always be like this. And you will not always be in this energy is what I mean to say. So you are going to be like, imagine this, but then you're going into this, but it's like with light behind him, right? You're going to be with your head held high, unlike me with my posture. And you are asked to practice your acceptance speech because you are going to be getting awards regardless. You are going to be changing the world in a way that is going to be worthy of awards. And Spirit says the first step to this is forgiving the people who have caused you to feel like you are not worthy of this, that caused you to feel like you need to scream at the screen and say, that's bullshit. Of course I'm not going to. No, no, no. That's the people in your past that said that. Now it's your turn. Now it's your turn to be in the light. Now it's your turn to be successful and to feel beautiful and to feel radiant. And that's exactly what you are already. And you're about to discover exactly how much and exactly what a big change you're going to make. That would have been a good place for an end, but I wanted to share with you the song. It's actually in Italian, so I had to like translate it, and I just listened to the song, and I got to the part where I started to feel like kind of shivers, and I'm like, okay, that's the part, and I looked at the translation, so I'm not gonna try to read the Italian. I was going to, but I realized I'm going to just destroy that. But it actually rhymes in English. Restless like the sea, I have a natural instinct that commands me like a dog. So now this is a different story, but some of this person that, or one of these people that made you feel like this was somebody who was a cheater. And if you are currently in a relationship that doesn't feel right, and only if it doesn't feel right. If it's a good relationship, then this is not for you, but then you might want to look into that because there, a third-party situation is in your Akashic records. It's in your blueprint, and it's something that you're going to have to work through. And I know I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. But it's because you need to understand what trust is without needing to like you can trust the universe without having to give your heart completely to someone and just be like dependent on them for your emotional stability. But if you had a third party situation in the past, this person is probably going to try to come back soon. And of course this is your choice, and forgiveness is still key here. But remember, you don't need to abandon your boundaries. And that's pretty much it for that. You do what you need to do for that. But now, as for another thing that needs to happen for you to align your energy to this radiance that you are going to experience is just this phrase that came out. The shadow within you wants to come out to play too. It sounds a little creepy, but I think this means that there is a shadow here that it might be very shadowy, but it's very much something that is going to like it's it's something fun. It's something that you need to explore. A lot of you, this is something intimate. And yeah, and it's going to soothe your anima tormentata, which is tormented soul. That's what the song is called, Anima Tormentata by Blanco. So this anima tormentata is coming out. It's coming out, and you're not going to be able to stop it. So when it comes out, let it come out to play. Don't let it come out to torment you. You already have that energy. You don't need to magnify it. Allow it to come out to play. Play with it. Laugh with it. Allow it to come in, and then when you do that, it'll disappear on its own. That tormented soul will become a radiant soul. It already is the radiant soul, but it will be visible. That's all, Pisces. I hope that was helpful. Bye. Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe, and see down below or in my bio for a link to get a personal reading.